All right. Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely day in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall rest therein. Wonderful. So you can hear me. But isn't that strange? It happened like that a couple of times in the last, I think, two uploads. Uh, it happened exactly like you couldn't hear me, the sound. Okay. Okay. Sister Deborah got a really good topic here. And I wanted to let you all know that I'm going to be all over the place, speaking all over the place. I'm going to leave so much with you to think about. Okay, and to be able to use to speak to others, even in your families, in your among your family members and friends. You're going to have something to take with you today when you leave this uh, uh, message. Let's put it like that. And that's why I titled it "Speaking All Over the Place," because I'm going to just go there. I don't know if you all can remember a couple of days ago. I upload two videos, but it was bleary and fading away, and half of what I was saying you couldn't hear it, and I decided to pull them down. And the saddest thing about it, I was saying to the Most High Yah how potent it was. It was really potent because of what was being said, information that many have not even looked into nor heard on this devil platform. But I say this here: what the Most High has for you is for you. Let's put it that way. And not nobody can take it from you. It is yours. It's yours to apply it in your heart and in your mind, and to use it to help others. Okay. I'm gonna be all over the place, and have the nerve to not have my Bible. And that's because I was planning on speaking in the kitchen, but I decided to come here. So I want to tell you about your phones. This right here. Okay. This here is one of the dangerous items that's in your household. Dangerous. And because it appeared to be such a powerful tool that we act as if we cannot live without it, we can't do without it, but we don't understand. We have become addicted to the power that rests in. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There is not very, honestly, it's not, it comes to make us think that it comes to help us, support us, and we need it in every way in this day. But the reality of it is coming to destroy us. Um, I was, I don't have the other one with me, but I have a store, a resale shop, a thrift store, and I sell DVDs. And so happened it was one that was Michael Jackson. I think it was, let me get it right. This Is It. I think that's the name of it. And what had happened is when I sit down and I listen to what was going on with Michael Jackson, and let me tell you all, I've set up in many churches. I've set up in many churches, different denominations. Where I was ordered to go was the steps that the Most High ordered. Not you all and nobody else on this platform, not a Hebrew Israelite, not no one. This was the steps of a good man. It's ordered by Yah. These are the steps that he had ordered me. And because of my calling, what he has called me in his bosom for, required me to know what I was in the midst of. So and I'm talking even as a young girl, a little girl, I put it like that. The places that he ordered for me was places where I was able to sit amongst people and know their thoughts, know what they did before they got there. I was able to do that. That wasn't my flesh. Look at me now. It was the gift of the Spirit of the Most High Yah that was within me, that gave me a gift, the ability to be able, through him, not through my flesh, to be able to discern what people's thoughts were. Okay? So a lot of times I never joined. I never got involved in these churches. I sat way in the back because I learned when I sit in the front, I know what this man did before he got there and what he's thinking. I know what this woman thinking. I know what those in the back thinking and those that's in the front. So what do? I sit against the wall so I don't have to have so many people that I'm discerning out of control, because this is a gift he put in me. And to me, I felt out of control because I was hearing people conversations before they got to the church and while they were sitting there. So throughout my life, I had to deal with that, even as a young girl. So I normally come in to anywhere and I sit in the back, because if my back is against the last seat or if someone else is sitting in the back, I can still discern what they're saying. I can discern what they're thinking and what they're saying, how they're feeling. And at that point in my life, even to today, I don't go into the churches at all. It ain't been in a long time. I mean, some years. But what I'm saying is, he ordered my steps into those different sanctuaries so that he can mold me to see and understand my purpose that he had in me. So he didn't put me where I wouldn't be able to use this gift. He put me where I would be able to use this gift. Okay, so with that being said, even though I don't go to the church, I still have that gift. It's not, Yah will never give you something and then snatch it back from you. No, it's where you are at that you blind yourself from what he has invested in you. You see, and I think that's where we're at also in this day. We have turned away from all the gifts he has poured out, and we don't even know why we are here. We don't know. All we understand is what the Hebrew Israelite movement and these people on this devil platform tell us. And if a white man came in and gave us our history, we'll kick the Hebrew Israelite movement and the awakening movement out of the way, and we'll grab onto the European. It's just something about us as a people that's not connected here and here. It's just something about us. And Yah knows that. He knows it. And we're thinking he's staying close to us because Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're thinking he chose us. See, that's what people don't understand. He didn't choose you when Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was on the scene. He chose you before heaven and earth was created, because he knew that there was something that you needed, that you will always be short of. And that's here. I know it's a full denial, but once you can understand it, you can walk differently with Yah. But when you don't understand, wait a minute, Deborah, when you be talking about what took place before the foundation, guess what? It's in the biblical. It's just that they don't want to go there. They want only what they can see and believe. They want what they can hear and believe. But if this thing started way before, you see, when they talk about sin, wait a minute, what took place before heaven and earth was created? Satan had an issue up in the kingdom. You see? So when we're thinking that, it's only came forth is when we got down here. That's been a lie since the beginning of Genesis. And Genesis is not a lie. We as human beings, because we are not created to accept anything that is righteous. Now, we just geared that way as a people. And I'm not just saying us, I'm talking about all nationality, but we as the one that was chosen, it's just something wrong with us here. That's why he's close knitted to us. It ain't got nothing to do with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Something took place in the heavens before Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was even created. Something took place. Okay? So what happened is, why I'm telling you about the spirit of discerning is because here it is. I got this Michael Jackson CD from my store. And I said, I want to discern him. I want to know what took place. I got more than I bargained for. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I got more than I bargained for. after seeing him and trying to step in. I was trying to go in, but I couldn't go as close as I wanted to because y'all wouldn't allow me. But I got as close as he wanted me to. And I was trying to go all the way in because I was just blown away from what I could get out of it. And I wanted to go deeper. But see, y'all wouldn't allow me because it wouldn't serve any purpose for me to go deeper. Okay. And deeper mean into exactly everything and cut. That means how, why, when, this. I got enough out of it. So this video, this CD that I took from my store, I said, okay, I'm going to sit down and I looked at it. But the problem was I couldn't just look at it one time. I looked at it from the beginning to the end because I couldn't believe what I was discerning, y'all. So I said, oh no, something wrong with this. No. Then I went right back into it, closed it out at the end, said, wait a minute. No, this is too deep. I went right back in it. So I've been in it for five. I saw it 5 times. In it, I was constantly trying to get more and more because I couldn't embrace what I was getting. And his last CD where he was getting ready to go to London and how he was preparing and training and practicing for that last move, which is called This Is It. So he was going to end everything by bringing all his music, his steps and everything to the surface and then said, that's it. I don't have any more. That was his it. So as I was looking at it and I was trying, I found out so much about this young man from the time that he was a very, very, very young boy and how now don't get me wrong now, this CD does not show you this. I'm just telling you how when y'all ordered your steps, he gave you all the tools to work. They're in. You know why? Because he don't want you going on no mission with no tools to work with. So with this tool, I was sat there and I used it and I said, I can't believe I'm seeing this. Oh my. And when I said seeing it, I'm feeling this thing, y'all. I'm feeling this thing. And I looked at it and I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all probably said this is crazy. That's why I said this is about speaking. This thing is all over. I'm all over the place with this, y'all. I'm all over the place with what I'm saying. So Michael Jackson CD, I'm sitting here looking at it and I'm like, oh, I couldn't believe the things that I was seeing. And and I saw the innocent in this man that was off the chain. And I began to say, I just couldn't believe what all I was seeing. But what I saw when he was doing this, I even saw how the plan of the wicked was going to seal him after that whole thing was done. It's deep, y'all. It's deep. From the time he was injected by the so-called other doctor who told him to set it there for him to sleep, and he did what all of that. Let me tell you, I saw it, y'all. I mean, I was all the way in. I'm like, I'm serious because I could not believe what I was seeing. And then it caused me to go in a situation where Bob Marley, Prince, and it was taking me there. I'm like, it was lining me up, even to the point of Beyonce's daughter and JC daughter is a role in how they're moving up, is how they sell her out. Oh my God. I mean, I just could not believe. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. Michael Jackson was never my fan. He was not somebody I would look at, hear. No. It wasn't something I liked. And it wasn't because I was holier than thou. No, I listened to music, but he was just one that I didn't, it wasn't nothing about him, But after seeing him, and I couldn't even put the CD up, I had to see it 5 times because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Which way? What was I seeing? I was seeing the spiritual part. You see? Not only was he allowing me to see the spiritual part, why A to Z to D to G, why these things were happening, and even the end. Learning that this man did not pass away from what they said that he did. That's how far y'all suffered me to go into this thing. Just by watching this. Now, this movie, this CD blew my mind because I said, how could he be so good at all of this and lay down in the bed and die? Can't be done. Can't be done. Not with what he was doing. Even from the time This Is It started to the end of the movie, you saw them preparing for his death. They were preparing for his death before he even ended the CD. The CD gave, once the CD was completed, he went, lay down, and was considered dead. Deep, y'all. Deep, 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 deep. How did he complete this thing so well? Did such an excellent job. But then go to his home, lay down, and die. Whatever reason they say it, it doesn't make any sense. But so I'm like saying, okay, what is that for me to know? But dog, this is just too heavy. So I had to see it 5 times. I had to go over it, watch. And this is when I'm watching this movie. And this CD, I'm watching his hands. I'm watching his fingers. I'm watching his feet. I'm watching his knees. I'm watching his chin. I'm checking his hair out. I'm checking him down from top to bottom. From top to bottom, 5 times watching it. Trying to make some sense of it outside of what I was feeling I was getting. And could not. Trying to make some sense out of the lies that were told. That's what I was trying to make some sense out of, but couldn't find it. All I could see is evil and corruption that was done to this young man since he entered into the earth. You see? When we looking at it, oh, he this, and we praising him. He come here to go out the way that he did. So I had a question for y'all, but I had to stand down. Because next, I had to go to the next of what he will allow me to see in whatever he gives me. And then I began to think about a lot of things about others that passed, which he kept giving me feedback in that too. And I wasn't in. Prince was another one that I wouldn't watch. And I ain't seen nothing he had, but everything that Bob Marley, Prince, and a lot of others, all was a lie. And that's what it led up to. Let me see that. How, and see, I don't know. I know y'all don't understand what I'm saying. Sister Deborah seeing this and constantly want to see it, watching this man's feet, watching his shoes, watching his hands, his fingers, his nose, his chin, his hair, how he moved, how he spoke. I was nailing it all to the wall to try to make some sense of what the world had lied about. And guess what? There was nothing there but a great big wicked and evil lie that the world has always sold the world. Okay. So what it led me up to believe, it brought me all the way up to today, y'all. Watch this here. Watch how this brought me up to today. Watch how he stepped into this. It happened to me about 5 months ago, but I wasn't getting it. I wasn't catching it. So after that, I put my phone down. I take this here and wrap it in aluminum foil. And I put it under the mattress. Okay. I don't allow this to sleep nowhere near me. But this particular night, I put it under the mattress because I was lying down and I wrapped it up and I put it under the mattress. Okay. When I woke up, my mind wouldn't graft. Now listen to me very careful, y'all, because this is something very important. I couldn't understand how did my phone know my thoughts. Hallelujah. I could not what was going on in my house. How did my phone key up in the morning? I mean, this is a phone that's off, y'all. Y'all don't get it, do it. Wrapped up in foil under the mattress. Not the mattress, the pillow. I normally set it on a table away from my bed. Would you all believe when I turned my phone on, guess what? Everything on my phone was about Michael Jackson. Everything. For the next 4 or 5 days about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson. And in me, I said, how did they tag that? How? Even my thoughts was put on this phone by somebody. Come on now, y'all. You see what I'm saying? Y'all is saying something to me. You better know who you are in me. Because if they know, you better know who you are in me. Because if they know, you better know who you are in me. And not what nobody said that you are. I said, but Father, you mean this technology is that deep? They can read my mind? Know who you are in me? Because they already know. You see? There are people who have been on this devil platform and been teaching and been running their mouth and ain't gave y'all nothing. Ain't gave you no nourishment for your spirit. They hate to see me coming. They will come on this platform where a lady that has only a few people watching and counteract something I said. Or it hurts them. It despises them to hear anything that I would say. Now, why are you worried about what I'm saying? If you saying what you saying and you getting all this subscribers in the life, it's because you know who I am. You get what I'm saying? And because your spirit know who I am, your flesh too ignorant to know. But your spirit knows who I am. You see? So I'm like saying, but wait a minute, Father, this is going too deep. You didn't warn us on this. You didn't tell me about this. How is these people reading my mind? I cut my phone off, turned it back on, and guess what? Michael Jackson's still on there, still to today. How did Michael Jackson? I never spoke Michael Jackson in my phone, y'all. How did they know what I was watching? How is they got people on here talking about what I'm watching? Come on now, y'all. Even the questions that I was thinking. Come on now, y'all. This thing is bigger than you. Don't estimate it. That it's small. It's bigger than you ever can imagine in your flesh. That's why I tell y'all, this is a spiritual thing, y'all. This is a spiritual battle. That's why he said principality in high places. Put on the whole armor. The whole armor lets you know it's something spiritual. Your armor is not natural. That armor is not natural, y'all. So there ain't nothing you can put on your ugly flesh and think it's going to outbeat this thing that's going on, this war, this thing that's actually taking place in the spirit realm. It's bigger than that. So I'm back to the point where I say, okay, now you know me, Father. I throw this sucker away. I would throw this thing away and keep it running. Because I already know it's going to get to a time where you're going to have to kick this to the curb. And you're going to have to hear the voice of the Most High. Yeah. You're going to have to be ready to hear him then. Because if you don't hear him, you're going to have to hear the world. Because that's what 99.9 is doing. They hearing the world over hearing him anyway. That's why he got in the Bible. They say they see Deborah. They cannot see. They say they hear Deborah. They cannot hear. So I'm all over the place. I'm speaking all over the place. So I'm like to the point where, okay, now. And then he began to deal with me with Prince and Bob Marley. And I began to say, Father, I know they set him up. I know they took they end their life with their wicked hands. But I said to him, I said, but you caused that shot. He said, because I know who they are, Deborah, before the foundation of the world. You see? And that's where we don't understand why the fear of Yah is so important. That spirit of fear is so important for Yah to usher into you because it allows you to know he all that and some. There ain't nothing going on that he don't know about. All authority and all power is still in his hand, even life and death. Why? Because he's the breath that's you breathing. That's life. So the same breath that came to you can return back into who it belonged. That's death. You see? So when the devil think he's taking something, he don't understand. You ain't taking nothing. It returned back from whom it came from. Next. So as I think about all of them, and I even thought about, I'm going to tell y'all this. I thought about, in the process of all this going through my head, I thought about, what's that blonde head lady? Her, Elvis Presley, all of them, y'all. Bruce Lee, all of them. It's the same way. Father, y'all help me here, help me here. They have been using things to take people out. And the number one user is what they're using now. Biochemical. Medicine, drugs, chemicals. I call it bio. Because I know that is for sure can come through Sister Deborah's water. And I'm going to key it to y'all. I'm going to key it up in y'all. That can come to Sister Deborah's water. That can come to in Sister Deborah's food. You know, that can come to me that route. But I heard the voice of Yah told me 2 days ago. I said, if you should drink poison, it shall not harm you. And you didn't catch it, did you? I said, I sure didn't. I wouldn't have never know how powerful that message is today. Because that's what they're going to do. If you shall drink poison, it shall not harm you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me you've been talking all this time about this day? Yes. And you missed it. And you know what I said to him? You right, I missed it. This is stuff he speaks to my spirit. You're right. That was one. I ain't gonna say that was one. That was another one that I missed. Because I always quote that. As if that's a part of when you receive the Ruach HaKodesh, you should have power. You should pick up serpents and you should drink poison. It shall not. This is because this power going to be working for you in the days of when all this stuff is going to hit. And it's something going to keep you. Something is going to keep you. And if you think you're going to be kept without the Ruach HaKodesh, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. Putting on the whole armor. Let me tell you something. Go out there and try to put on your whole armor and see what it look like and see if somebody don't have to go walk up to you and kill you right in your armor that you got on. Since you thinking the armor is what you got on. And you know what? Where is that book? The Bible can't even be your armor. Because this battle is spirit and it is truth. That Bible cannot be your shield and your protection. The Bible is not the two-edged sword. It's the Yah's word that speaks spirit and truth. So you better understand with that whole armor. And then he turned around and said, put on the whole armor that you might or that you may. I ain't saying that you will. You better think about that. Because people got it all wrong, the way they taking in stuff, the way they believe in things, the way they trusting in their own understanding, and the way they trusting in what people are saying. Y'all, this thing, these people on these platforms is not talking spirit and truth. I don't care what message they give y'all. Only way you're going to know how, if you're going to have spirit and truth in you to rightly divide the word of truth. You're going to have that because the people are giving you all a bunch of. So my first thing that I wanted to talk about in speaking about this is the phones. Full control, y'all. They can hear my mind. They have, I believe that anyway, because I had a European that had called me and we had touched base, and he was saying that he told me, he said that they got it so knitted they can hear your thoughts. I thought he was just talking. See, the reason why I say I don't listen to them. You see, I get smashed from the horse's mouth, from the Most High God. Sometimes I even have to get whooped. But that's all right. Whoop me again until I get it. Okay, so that's one of them. People speaking, not allowing. Another thing, people are not allowing. Let me say this here. People are not allowing. I ain't gonna say they're not allowed. It ain't in their hands, but people are not wanting people to turn to YouTube for anything spirit and truth, anything righteous, anything upright. They are so in tune with, you get over here to my page, you get over here and you hear me. But if they had any righteous, they'll be trying to steer people to what is spirit and truth, and not so much to their page. But they feel that they have captured the power of Yah, and spirit and truth is in them. They are spirit and truth. Come on over to my page. Others are talking crap, but come to my page. Those are the one you must run to, because anybody got a page that's enlarging and has been on this devil platform 10, 5, 20 years, and the great falling away has already taken place. Just imagine how many people have fallen away from their platform. Lots of people. As many that goes, many falls away. And they don't want you to hear nothing outside of themselves. And I sit there and I said, Father, that's why unity is not in the presence of the tribe of Judah. It's too much hate. Men and women. And women got an ugly hate. They got a real ugly hate. Because they can put on them clown clothes and make you think they holier than thou. And they got a ugly hate in their heart. I'm saying that because y'all is giving me that right now. A ugly hate. Because they can put on clown clothes, play the role, look the role, act the role, year after year after year, and you wouldn't even know they role playing. That's why they don't want no one that come around that's doing the opposite of what they doing. Because they want the whole platform and the focus to be on what they say. But they're not bringing spirit and truth to nobody's plate. Because if they did, first thing they'll bring is themselves and let you see how ugly they are. But they ain't going to do that. They're going to make you think that their plate is the best tasting plate on the face of the earth. But Sister Deborah come to tell you, you better try to find Yah's plate and sit at his table. Because where we're at today, it is no plate. He gave me so many things. I was like, but how these people go understand that? How they go? It ain't about you thinking they understand it. It's about you saying it and let me do the increasing. You see? Let me put in their hearts to search what you say. And who do they search? When they knock, Deborah, who are they looking for? Me. When they ask, who are they looking for? Me. When they seek, who are they seeking? Me, not you. You see? Everything has to go before Yah. Not before Deborah. Not before anybody else on these Deborah platform. But before Yah. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. There is so many of the people, let me say this. So many of them have sold their children to be where they at today. They have sold their children. Some have sold their children over not knowing it until now. And I don't mean to today, but now they know now that they have sold their children over. They have sold them just so they can be where they want to be in life and have what they want to have in life. If they are already sold out, what else can they sell? Their children. That's why you can see Beyonce coming up. You can see Beyonce now, children coming to the front line. You start to see not just Beyonce, whatever his name is, his children. Everybody's kids are coming to the front line, y'all, because they sold out. They sold their babies out to the wicked one, meaning their children is not going to even have a chance to come up from out of what they have lived in for so long. So they thinking because they have gotten to a level where they're this and they're here. But baby, you paid a price. You paid a price, Jay-Z. You paid a price for what you're going to receive. Okay. And that's why Beyonce could have been in the church for so many years, and mother too. And her mama, you see her coming to the front line. She want a piece of the pie too. So that shows you can be in the church for 1,000,000 years. When the devil call you, you come running to his beck and need, to whatever he wants. You gonna go that way. Why? Because before heaven and earth was created, you were heading that way anyway. Let me tell y'all something. If you don't fear the one that created all things before the heaven and earth was created, something wrong with you. Something will be wrong with you, because he's the one. He's the one we need to be fearing. Because hey, where you at today? Ain't no devil took you where you at. And I don't care if you're on drugs, alcohol, or whatever. He might be wearing your tail out with alcohol and drugs, but y'all knew about it before the foundation of the world. See, we don't respect that type of creator. We don't have no respect for him. We don't have no thought, oh, he could be all that and some. We think he's just limited. He can't do nothing. He ain't this, he ain't that. YouTube is all I need. Patriot. What's a Patriot? Instagram, Twitter. Oh, that's all I need. I need to hear a message from them. Oh, it ain't him. That's where you messed up from the floor, because we in midnight, y'all. This is no play. And it's a lot of topics he's giving me, and I'm waiting for him to put it in my spirit the way he gave it to me. So anybody have any questions, you just shoot out. Okay, just come on with it. But I hope okay, but honestly, come on, let me just go on. What happened yesterday? I do taxes, and I began to do the household taxes, and I haven't been able to do it. Something in me just don't, and I'm blaming my age. I'm saying, oh no, I don't feel this thing. I don't want to do this here. I don't want to get on here and do this. Knowing I feel good once I've completed them all. But it's just something in me just pulling me, just making me feel, you don't want to do it. It just feels very uncomfortable. Okay. And as I got into it, I realized all the unjust that's found in taxes. I'm sitting here, and that's why I'm telling y'all, in this day, you better get in the light so you can see things for what it is. If you still seeing stupidity, you in darkness somewhere. If you still see a situation where it's not clear why this is, how this become, where are we going with this, where are we headed, you're still in the darkness. You still in night. You all up in the midnight, sitting down, waiting for it to get even darker than midnight. Okay, because a lot of things is in the light now. A lot of things is in the light of the spirit, so you can see it for what it is. So I've been doing taxes since I was 18. And I'm sitting down at the table preparing to do all these taxes, and said, just not feeling it. I get in and start the first one. And I'm like, oh, when can they do this? When did they? What? These people then went into the taxes, y'all, and then changed all kind of things. I mean, it was all, and then they began to tell me it was always like that. It's just that you're getting it in the light now. Can you do something about it? No. See, just because y'all is bringing you to the light don't mean you can go change it and make a difference. No, you got to understand who time it is. It is the time for evil and wicked. It ain't the time for you to take light and make it right. No, light been here. You just get catching up with it. It's just wanting you to see things in its fullness. So I'm sitting here doing this first tax, and I said, I'm going to shut this down right now, because it was things in it that made me see so clear, so much unjust, so much unrighteous. I began to see how everything this country has done has robbed, killed, and stolen, and continue to this day. We work to give everything we work for back into the hands of those who've been killing, stealing, and destroying everything that we put our hands forward to. You're laboring just to give it to this world. You see? How is it that you can tax someone, okay, after they already been taxed once? You can tax them 2 or 3 times. It don't make sense. When you see it in the light, it makes you feel, it really do me. let's say what it make me really feel sad for this day. It lets me see that this day is worse than any other day, meaning that we sit and try to make every day, oh, it was better back then. Y'all said that. That's a lie from the pit of hell. He said that which was then was in the dark. I'm going to bring it in the light so you can see it for what it is. So a lot of people go on and they always tell me back in the day, they didn't do it. Back in the day, y'all want you to know that which was in the dark in the days, in the last days, it's going to be revealed. Okay, meaning you're going to get some more clearness. And that is so true, because that's why he was saying knowledge is going to increase. You're going to have things to show you the light to what's been going on. But it's only for those who have already embraced a pen needle of light in them. There are those who ain't even come nowhere near a pen needle of light. That's why the 10 virgins, that's why the other 5 they trimmed their lamp. What you trimming a lamp for and you ain't got no oil in it? Does that make any sense? Why are you trimming a lamp that don't have no oil in it? It said they all went out, the 10 went out to trim their lamp. But how you gonna trim a lamp? You ain't got no oil. So I'm saying to you, even if you got a pen needle of light, that's still good. But you just not have any and thinking you're gonna walk up in something because you are a child of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which you don't even know if you are or not. I'd rather be a child of the Most High Yah than to be a child of anything on this earth, even my mom and daddy. I want to be a child of the Most High Yah. Sit here chasing Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All this wickedness is evil in the monks of Judah, tribe of Judah, and all these tribes. And we run around here talking about who we are. Ain't nobody saying, well, I'm the child of the Most High Yah. Ain't nobody saying that. Oh, I'm like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm the Hebrew Israelite. You ain't the nothing until you are a child of the Most High Yah. Sons of the Most High Yah. You ain't nothing. So we chase those things that has no weight. You see? And we put it on the scale as if it's something, and it's not. Come on, Father, work with me. Please help me, because there's so many topics he gave me today. So I did tell you the taxes. Oh, I had to pull away from it because doing the taxes, I got confused with, I didn't get confused. I got disappointed that they had been stealing the people money all this time. That's really what happened. That's really what happened. I had to pull away. I said, now I'm going to do these taxes. And I vowed that I would do it today. And tonight I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to bed. I'm going to start on them once I get off of here. I'm going to start on, and I'm going to complete them all before I go to bed tonight, because I'm not going to let the enemy get no victory, even though the light is showing me how the system is going to cut in every way possible so that you won't get nothing. They've been taxing you after they tax you all year round. They're going to tax you at the end of the year and take what they got. Let's say, for instance, this one young man, okay, he made a certain amount. And it wasn't, to me, for that individual, the system got it up to where one person, 10,000, 12,000 is all you should make. When this young person doubled that. And for them to took 2,100 out federal and to turn around, take it right back mentally, Sister Deborah can't deal with that. Spiritually, no. I'm doing this tax, and I'm like, what give you the right? Because you know what happened? A lot of us don't know. They robbing us through our taxes at the end of the year, by taking it right back from us, even after you done took it throughout the year. See, a lot of people run around here thinking, and guess what I realized, y'all? This is the sad part. I realized they didn't even, I ain't gonna say it. Let me stop saying I realized. The Spirit giving it to me to understand that they didn't even have to do that. They don't even have to tax us at all, and everything to still be well. They don't have to take every penny we make and pay us penny an hour and then do the things that they're doing, taxing everything. He said they don't even have to do all that, Deborah. They don't have to do all that. They can have one tax and that's it. They don't have to do it the way that they're doing it. They taxing you when you go buy. They taxing you when you go sell. They taxing you at the beginning. They taxing you at the end. He said they don't have to do that. And they still would make it. But the wicked and evil, that's the number of what's on this earth and have been for quite some time. They don't see nothing in this country worth anything outside of what they can take from you. So the power they're trying to get you in control and in their power, that would be easy for them to do. Be very easy. All they have to do is what they've been doing. Take greater. When they're not looking, take from here. When they're not looking, take from here. I'm going to set an example. I went in the store last week. The same store I went in this week. The prices raised last week. And I go back today, they were raised again. People are not seeing what's going on. They're not beholding what's taking place because there's nothing in them that cares. It's nothing they can do. I'm gonna say it like that too. So I'm gonna get someone off to where they think they can do something. It's nothing you can do. They've been doing it for so long, but it's something y'all saw them doing for so long. And that's why Revelation is so beautiful to me, because it's putting an end to a lot of things, y'all. So even though it sounds harsh and it sounds like, oh, death is coming, hell following it, peace is being taken. But guess what? It's called blessing. The he that walks upright within y'all. This is what you yearn to see. It's just what you're seeing in the natural is too heavy. But if you can convert it into the spiritual and then praise him in the midst of it, you'll be all right. Just praise him in the midst of it. So what? They doing this, they doing that. So what? You know, even if you come to your household, come to your door, come to your bosom, praise him in the midst of it. Praise him in the midst of it. Because you know what? I was telling somebody earlier this morning. Why shouldn't he end it like this? It's been going on for thousands of years. So I go into the store and I see this. But in the midst of seeing it, I felt it. So what is that saying, Deborah? Because you see it and you feel it? No, it's saying that, okay, this thing is real. This is touching my spirit, man, now. Because I see it. And it don't mean I'm going to shop and not going to buy it. No, that has nothing to do with it. It has to do with being in the light. Pay attention to what's going on. Let me show you how crazy it got while I was in the store. Look at the shelves. Look behind. I'm down in the store like, my goodness, there's nothing behind it. He said they're covering it up. You see things in the store. You see shelves are missing items. And then they're taking stuff and placing it in front, bringing it to the front and nothing in the back. They're out of different. He said, see this here? He said, what did I tell you in Revelation? What did I tell you? When I set that pale horse, he coming to do what I have released. And the beast's going to take it from there. What has happened, what he was showing me was, I want you to see it natural so you can embrace it spiritual. Now, you know I done told you in Revelation, the pale horse, and it's going to interfere with hunger. Okay? But you know what he told me? Because I said, Father, what are we going to do about this? And then that's when he dropped into me, you should eat poison, and it shall not harm you. Because I couldn't, I had a problem with this beast, the beast. Destroy now, kill with the beast. Add an S to it. That's what that beast is. That's why they destroying all the, they already did it. The farmers, they paid them and destroy all the stuff, the food, the meat products. Okay? Because they want to bring in meat with stuff that ain't got no business in it. That's not even real. They want to feed that to us because they see us to be that low in what we understand and what we have accepted in life. So by them seeing us that low, not just us, as we got to get all this thing about the Hebrew Israelite. We better get in and try to be the sons of Yah, the children of Yah, instead of the children of wicked and evil, and doing wicked and evil and calling ourselves the children of Yah. Okay? Doing everything against his commandments and calling ourselves the children of Yah. Hate can't enter into no kingdom. It ain't gonna work. Killing, stealing, destroying, it ain't gonna work. I know they thinking they're all going in. Marching said, "We the people, we the people." Okay, you're gonna be we the people right on this earth. Is where your body gonna be left. But in this here land, so I was like, okay, but wait a minute, Father, I got a question. I say, now you said that hunger, I can see the food and what you're showing me, but Father, I already knew that was going to happen because you already said it. He said, no, I want you to dig deeper because you're looking at it now. But I need you to take it serious in what you see. Okay? And what he's saying is, don't ever get to a point where you're thinking that, okay, all is well. Because it's not. Because I got mine. And that's what you hear a lot of minds on these devil platforms about. When I got mine, so I'll get yours. No, baby. Where you at? I don't care what you got. He's coming to your door. He's going to come all up in your place. So don't put yourself somewhere and others down here and you here and they down here because you all in the woods. No, baby, they coming to the woods. Let me set an example. My whole idea was to go graft these. Let me get to that first. Let me get back to the beast. Let me get back to the okay, the beast. He talked. Go back to Revelation, y'all, where the pale horse. Read it to its fullness of what all the pale horse has to do. When you see the end of the pale horse of what, not saying it's going to end that, you'll see where he said they're going to be destroyed and killed by what? Hunger. And what's going to be at the end? Beast with an S. You know what that's about? Animals, products we ate. They're going to feed us that. That's why they got rid of the farmers and had them to destroy all of that stuff, the crops and stuff. Because what they're going to put out, we're going to run and grab and buy. You see, because it's going to look like it. But he said they're going to be destroyed by the beasts. Beasts. He's letting you know they're going to put it in the food. One thing I like about the Most High Yah, which I love him. And the love that I'm talking about is his give and gave spirit. I love that. And I don't know what love is, but I say I like what he is. And let me tell y'all, connecting with the beast, okay, the animals, go back to Revelation, and you say to yourself, I can see you say death and hell follow. But then you said how they're going to kill and destroy a certain amount by hunger, okay? How is it you put by the beast? How is people going to be killed by the beast? It's because they're going to bring in turkey, steaks, food that's coming to kill and destroy the insides to the outer. That's how. Go back to your Revelation and read the pale horse. Y'all better get into that. I'm telling you, if you got a pen, needle, or light, you got hope. Okay, so going back to that, let me say something. Not to that, but I'm gonna connect something else. He was saying something about the movies. I'm drawing two, and I got two real good ones. I went and got two more. I had two last night, and I've been watching them. I didn't have for about 7 or 8 days, but I've been watching it, and I said, wait a minute, Father, what's the deal with these people putting these movies out? These movies is not even going to the theater. They just movies that they put out in Redbox, and they just put these movies out. Guess what the movies are, y'all? I said, why is it I keep getting these movies that are speaking about today, Father? He goes back to Genesis. That's where he drags me. Didn't I tell you I kept a light on so that you may find your way to the tree of life? A light has always been on. Okay. The light has always been on, y'all, so we can find our way to what Sister Deborah is just saying, a pin needle of light. Had those people that had, listen to this, had those people, let's give them an example. You got 10 virgins, 5 had oil and 5 didn't. But as you read it, it says they all got up and went out to trim their lamps. 5 had, 5 didn't. How are you trimming your lamp with no oil? Sister Deborah said, even with a pin needle of oil, that lamp got the light until that pin needle was out. At least it'll get you in the door. You see? But they had no oil, not even a pin needle. So I see the importance of having something in the light so you can walk therein. It's going to hold you and keep you. You see, you don't have to have a whole lamp, but long as you have some light. So when he comes, those who have the light, they didn't have nothing, but they trimmed their lamp, but didn't have no oil. Something wrong with that picture, don't y'all think? How you all go out to trim your lamp and don't have no oil? Come on now, y'all. It's a parable. It's something that's showing us where we at today. You see, some would say, "Oh, I'm the bride with the oil. That's me." Wait a minute, you missed it, because it's not telling you nothing but a parable to get you right in the spirit. You see, it's telling you about a spiritual thing, and we make everything about a flesh. That's why we have been lost without a cause from Genesis to Revelation. It's because we keep looking at it in flesh. We get our understanding out of it in flesh. We get our wisdom in it out of it in flesh. We get our knowledge out of it in flesh, and we leave nothing for the spirit to bust it all out of the flesh and get it right. Because the flesh is not going to have the right wisdom, the right knowledge, and the right understanding. But the spirit going to have the right wisdom, the right knowledge, and the right understanding. There's 2 separate sides. I'm going to show you something I'm going to give you this one too. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place, and I don't care. Okay? When he said they had the lamp, Sister Deborah is saying if you got a pin needle of oil, at least it'll get the lamp lit just to get in the door, and maybe it'll go out. But at least have something in there so you can light. And if you see how beautiful and awesome that light is, you might decide, hey, I'm going to get this thing filled up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to go out. I got a taste of what it was like with a pin needle. I want it filled up. You see? And then you'll see, for more light, oil in your lamp. So he turned around and said, I got you. I got you. I'm going to fill you up. And a lot of people, they so ignorant. They off such a path. They totally off for what is righteous. Let me set in another example that he brought to me today. He came to me with a quicken. Someone was saying to me earlier about good. I said, I don't want to hear about good, because we missed it again. We missed that. How can we miss everything that was and make it that it is because of where we at today? No. You got to go based on what it was. And when was it? Before the foundation of the world, 99.9, he ain't even set it with them enough to give them that. So wait a minute, what you gonna give them? Come on, Deborah. I get chastised by y'all from Genesis. If I act up on the floor, come on here. You need to go to Genesis. Because it's always something in Genesis that either I missed or he wants to reveal. It's always something there waiting for me. So when this individual this morning was talking about good, I said, hold up. Good don't mean nothing. And people don't know that. Good don't mean nothing. And people don't know that. What Paul say? When I try to do good, evil is present. And I always end up doing what is evil versus what is good. Why is that, Paul? Why is that, Paul? Because Paul was sending a message to Sister Deborah. You make sure you dig in deep, Deborah, about good and evil. Because when I had good on my mind, I always end up doing what was evil. So you learn it. You learn it, Deborah. So I had to go back to Genesis. So when this person was talking about good, there ain't no such thing as good, baby. It's a such word as good. But don't put, we didn't put good somewhere it ain't got no business being. Well, what do you mean, Sister Deborah? Because Yah is greater than what is good. You see, that's another smeared understanding that we keep tampering with and we don't really know. Well, what do you mean? Tell us what you mean. When Yah created Adam, he put him in the garden a certain way. And you best bet it wasn't, nor was it detached to good. It wasn't, nor was it detached to good. Because you notice in the beginning when he started to create everything and he saw that it was good. Wait a minute, who put that word in there? Wait a minute, who put that word in there? Wait a minute. Everything Yah created, he says, and I saw that it was good. Wait a minute, we have to go back, y'all. We got to search that word good out. We got to search it and say, what is it that he saw that was good when he saw everything before the foundation of the world, before it was? Why was it good once he created it? It was good before he created it. Now, let's not say good. I'm just using good in that, and I'm gonna sum it up. Okay, what was good? What was good about that? Everything he created, it said, and he saw that it was good. He saw that it was good. When he created it, he saw that it was good. He saw that it was good. Y'all do y'all search on good. Good is not a word that defines Yah, nor will it ever define him. So there go another smeared word put in there. We need to try to take could it be, take one of them O's off, and then now we see the wicked as G-O-D? Just think of it. Just think. I'm giving you something to think about. Just think about this. Wait, but hear me out. Hear me out. Because as I see good, and I said to him a long time ago, wait a minute, hold up, Father, Yah. You said here, it is not good for man to be alone. Wait a minute. How is that? When everything you created, you said it was good. If it was good when you created it, what happened when you saw man? You saw that it was not good for man to be alone. You knew you was going to create him before you created woman, because in Genesis you said, I created he and her. Y'all don't know where I'm talking about. Y'all can't touch that, can you? You ain't going to touch it. You got to be walking in that spirit and truth to understand where I'm coming from. Now watch this. You said, let us make man in our own image and in our own likeness. And you created he and her. But why would you get over here and say, it is not good that man shall be alone? What you mean? Where do good come in at? It ain't no such thing as good as we taking it to be. Listen to this. So I'm like looking over here and saying, well, wait a minute, hold up, Father. Everything you created, you said it was good. You knew you created Adam. You gave all the labor to Adam before you even created woman. Let's say that again. You gave all the labor to Adam before you even created woman. Let's say that one more time. You gave all the labor to Adam before you even created woman. So if she's a helpmeet, what is she helping him meet? Only life did she help meet him in. But he was to continue to labor. And she was to continue to bring forth life. You see? So laboring of a man is necessary in y'all. Now let me get you where I'm trying to go. Now, I had an issue years ago because it didn't make no sense to me. Why are you saying it is good that man shall be, it is not good that man shall be alone? Wait a minute, you weren't going to make him alone. Where did that come from? Who said that? You wasn't finna make him to be alone. You already said in the first chapter of Genesis, let us make man in our own image and in our likeness, and we made man, he and her. Wait a minute, hold up. Now you looking, and you said it is not good that man shall be alone. I will make him a helpmate. That was your plan anyway. You see the smear? You see the smear? Hold up, Father, I ain't done yet. Now here you go, here you said it is not good. What's with this word good? Everything you created, who is telling us in you it was good? It was good in you because you are the creator. All things are perfect. Let's go back to it. When you're going to see where good is not and somebody then messed up. So here we go with Eve. So he created woman for Adam, okay? But I just had an issue years ago with that. Wait a minute, what you mean it is not good? Wait a minute, this is the first time I heard in the creation, in the beginning, it is not. What you mean it's not? When all this time you said it was good. But now, because woman is not with man, are you saying it is good that man not be alone? Hold up, let's bag it on back and give it to him. Just go on, give it to him, Deborah. Okay, let's go there. When he created man and woman and they had sinned, he had already told them the tree that they were not to eat of. Let's go there again. The Most High said, the tree that you all are to not eat of. Let's go there again. The tree that he told them not to eat of was good and evil. What good doing up in there? I can see if he said evil. I can see if he said wicked. Hey, no, hold up, Father. Y'all, what good doing up in there? The tree that they were not to take of was good and evil. Oh, no. What good doing up in there? It ain't got no business. You see? Let's step a little further. So here it is. Everything is done. They didn't sin. Father, y'all said, man has become like one of us. Let's say that again. Man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. You see that? Like one of us, knowing that evil and good exist. Now, Adam and Eve knows that evil and good exist. Why is that? They come hand in hand. They come hand in hand. They was with each other in the garden. And now that they have eaten out of the garden, now in woman and man, in you and I, we now know, knowing good and evil that rest therein. Good and evil that rest therein. What do good and evil have in common? They come hand in hand. Right and left, what do they come in common? They come hand in hand. How? They help one another. One ear and another ear. They come hand in hand. They both can hear and bring it to some understanding here. Two eyes. You can see better with two than you can with one. Up and down. Hot and cold. When you run hot, it gets you lukewarm when you run cold. Come hand in hand. So what's this deal with good and bad? Good and evil. Come hand in hand. That's why when Paul said, when I try to do good, evil is present. Because evil there, good is there. We've been fooled to believe that we can be good. And that's all it takes. Good is connected to evil when it comes down to your flesh. That's why he said in that same verse, listen to it carefully. Man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil. But there go the light, child. There go the light. But except he take up the tree of life and eat and live eternal. See, we threw that to the curb. We threw that to the curb. We say, okay, here it is. We're dealing with good and evil. Just don't do evil. We be good with good. No, you won't, baby. No, you won't. Not in this ugly flesh. No, you won't. You better try to take the tree of life and eat and live eternal. That's all Sister Deborah is saying when she said in the light. Get up out of the darkness. Because there's nothing there for you but wicked and evil. And that do not enter into the kingdom of heaven. So when we get to talking about good, ain't nothing good about you. Because evil is always present. Because they come hand in hand. You got to go above that. You got to go above that. You got to reach for the tree of life and eat of it, to take of it. Now, what happens to the Hebrew Israelites? What happened? Because y'all bought them with a price. He said, I tell you what, when you stand before me, I'm going to hold you blameless. But I got some out of the bosom of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yep, I'm going to have to clean them up. I'm going to have to put a new heart in them and put my name in them, but it's worth it. Why? Because at least I'm going to have my own remnant that I have chosen. You see? But Europeans, China, Russia, the tribe of Judah, the 12 tribes, if you don't take up and eat the tree of life, you are not walking into no New Jerusalem. Not with your good. Your good is as filthy rags. You see? Your good is as filthy rags in the eyes of Yah. See how we didn't stuck so low to believe every word proceeded out of the mouth of man? And we have not. Even Yeshua, he went up there on our behalf. Guess what? He couldn't go up there with y'all. Yeshua couldn't even go to the mountain with the Ruach. He ain't going up there. You got to go up there like the men and women, girls and boys. They have to go up to the mountain to tackle this wicked thing. You got to show them how to do it. That's why he was in the wilderness for 40 days. That's why the angels was ministering to him. They was ministering to his flesh to prepare him for what he had to go up and do. And he showed us that we don't have to go in the wicked way. We don't have to do the things of the world. We don't have to do the things that we're doing. I'm going up on this mountain to be tempted. Wait a minute. Hold up, Father Yah. What you mean he going up there? Yes, Deborah. He's going up to the mountain to be tempted by Satan. For who? For you. For you. Now, what's the sense of him going to the wilderness, fasting 40 days, and the angels coming down to minister to him, to prepare him to go up there, if he was Yah himself? He went up there in the flesh, y'all. Yeshua is the son of man. Hamashiach is the son of Yah. He didn't even go up there with Hamashiach. He went up there as Yeshua, flesh, for you and I definitely had to grip that when my son attempted suicide. Y'all had to take me up that mountain to understand that to the fullest. And I thank him today, because it was beautiful understood in my spirit after he showed me that. You see how far from truth we are? We are a long ways from home. At least what we think is home. You see? We're a long ways. In our spirit, we're a long ways from home. We're a long ways. So what did I do? I go up to this, he goes up to this mountain, and he has to tackle Satan. He has to tackle Satan. Satan get up there and go to tell him what all he's going to give him and what all he's going to do, or if you jump. But I'm going to tell y'all one thing that y'all did not know. Satan still had respect for Yeshua as the Son of Man on that mountain. You see? Preparing in the wilderness, fasting 40 days. The minister within them days, the angels came to minister to him to prepare his flesh to go up to the mountain. And even in his flesh, Satan still respects him. And I'm saying that to you, somebody out there. Stop letting Satan get the victory of your body, mind, and your strength and your spirit. Stop trying to let him get the victory of everything. He's not entitled to him, and he ain't coming to say he is. He know he got to go before the mighty hand of Yah. Before Yah said, okay, I touch that situation, you go do what you want. Just imagine Satan have to go before our Father. Tell me you shouldn't be fearful of him. To say, can I do this? Can I do that? Yeah, you can do that. Let me touch it first. I got to touch it first. And then you can. Okay, I'll wait till you touch it and then I go, okay, cool. So when he's up on that mountain, that's why you heard the Son of Man say, not the Son of Yah. You heard the Son of Man say, it is written. Not that the Son of Yah, that man. Y'all missed that one too, didn't you? I know you did. I can feel it. The Son of Man at the mountain, he said, it is written. Where is it written? Tell him. Yeshua, tell him. It is written first in the heaven. And now it's on earth. That man, wait a minute, hold up, Yeshua. Where's the Son of Yah? Is he there with you? No, Deborah, he ain't here with me. I'm up here alone. Hallelujah. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because it sends a sign to us. Even in our flesh, we can stand before the work of the enemy. We don't have to do evil. We don't have to do wicked. We can stand before him by what? Every word that proceeds out of the mouth of Yah. Yeshua up on that mountain as the Son of Man, meaning flesh. It is written. Y'all write this down, please, so you can read it and see. Yeshua said, it is written that man, hallelujah, hold up, Yeshua, hold up. Why are you saying man? Because I'm man in the flesh. I'm the Son, Deborah, in the flesh. I am Yeshua, but I came with Hamashiach, which is Christ in the spirit. He came with me. But this mission, Yah said, go up to the mountain, send his angels down to minister to him 40 days so he can go up to that mountaintop in the flesh and speak with full boldness. And what did he say? It is written. Tell him again, Yeshua, where is it written? From the heavens first. Hallelujah. 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 And on the earth. That man. Wait a minute. Yeshua, you're not just man. Ain't Hamashiach up there with you? Not right now, Deborah. It's just me. It is written that man shall not live on bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of my Yahweh. He was taking us, y'all, higher than we ever been in our minds, in our hearts, in our spirits. And we missed it again. We missed it like we miss everything else. That's what that was all about. Satan wasn't going up there to tempt the right hand of Yah, which is Christ, the power. Satan wasn't going up to that mountain to attempt Yah himself. Satan was going up to that mountain to tempt that flesh, which is the Son of Man, which is Yahshua. He had to go up there alone. Same way when he was baptized. They missed it then. Yahshua had to be baptized, not Christ. Christ is the power. He all power. He don't need to be baptized. That's why you saw heaven open and the doves ascended. Because Yeshua had to be baptized under Moses, man to man. Okay? He had to come that route. He didn't have the right hand power. That's why that action was taking place, and many people did miss it. When the dove descended, this is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased. That's what Yah was saying. I like this here. This is the Son of Man. I'm well pleased with him. And then that's when he received the Christ, which is the right hand power of Yah. See, they miss it. And you see them missing it, and you're going to miss it. This is the time where Yah said knowledge will increase. Knowledge does not mean that you receive the power and you receive the Ruach HaKodesh. Knowledge means the light out of darkness has appeared. Take on the light, Yah. Get out of the night. Get out of the darkness. Get out of stupidity. Get out of wicked and evil. Get out of it. It ain't worth a dime, nor will it. Sister Deborah had, when I first started, and I don't know what happened to her. I don't see her today. Yes, she's here. That's been with me since I've been on this devil platform. And I've always said, you have to understand Yeshua and Hamashiach. When you understand who they are, that's light in itself. That's power. When you can understand that, guess what? Yah has allowed you to usher in to a holy realm, which is spirit and truth. Right here today, you still hear brothers. You hear 99.9 of our, no, bet that on out, of brothers in the tribe of Judah still don't know the difference from Yeshua and Hamashiach. They come both together to work the mission. They come both together to work the mission. But when you understand the both and the mission in which they came to work together was the Father, and how he brought the two together, and how and when they came, what did they do and what did they say? They missed it. Just like I told you, Genesis. So when I'm going to sum this up with this here, I got a lot more things that he was revealing to me today, but I'm going to sum it up with this here. This shows you right here, several things I've said, how I've said to you all, we missed it from the beginning. We didn't miss it today. Like they tell you your history started when you came on a slave ship. Don't let nobody tell you that lie. Stop that. Don't let people continue to feed you that bull crap. That's why they still hook on what the white man doing. Oh, white man marrying a black woman wearing white man. All this stupid stuff about blacks and whites. You got to get beyond that. Because when you stand and see Yah, see that he is a light, a spirit, all authority, all might, all power. You'll say, well, wait a minute, what color are you? He's not a Hebrew Israelite. Even Yeshua, when he comes, he's going to come in the image, but when you see him in the kingdom, baby, he ain't going to look like you think he's looking. Or he Hebrew Israelite. Baby, you don't see him for who he is. And not who you have proclaimed all these thousands of years that he is. So don't ever tell nobody your history. Especially this month. Look at this month. That's another thing. Let me say that. A lot of people celebrate this month. Look how ignorant they are. Now you're going to celebrate February as Black History the way the Europeans set it up, the way the heathen set it up, the way the Gentiles set it up for you, and you follow. This is Black History. Your Black History, if you wanted to do anything to represent Black History, that should have been year-round to help all these people, because these people sick. They need some help. They don't need to take a month out of the Europeans' calendar to show up and show out about our people, telling our people and correcting them, telling them what is, what was, and what shall be. You don't need February for that. That's the white man's calendar. But they ride it. They ride it for all its work. That's why I say you got to be careful. Some of these people are high-class agents. This one sister, she comes on and she always chopping certain ones off, saying that the Most High telling her to judge. One thing I can definitely say, I think she's nailing a lot of them. And one thing even though I wouldn't dare take my calling that Yah has called me and do what she's doing, and not doing what she's doing, the way she's doing. But I will say this here. She's right. There is a lot of them in sheep clothing, but they're wolves. They are agents. They are agents. They have sold out to the devil's platform to give only they people. Just like the girl I told you was a friend of mine. She opened up, I think she got about 6 clinics now in all the black neighborhood. She's setting up, putting on Facebook everywhere. Everybody come get your shot, get your booster. Just setting up, just making sure. She did it when they first brought it out. Knowing that I told her to don't mess with my people. She knows what she did. And I know it's probably, if she could think of it, she'll say, 5 years ago, Sister Deborah told me, she saw me hanging my head as if I had lost something. You did. Integrity ain't got nothing up against losing your spirit to do the work of the enemy. Integrity, baby. If you think your integrity and you making, I know she make a lot of money. She's a CEO. Okay. And she has a degree in accounting. But they put her there to rule, to destroy a people. See, they ain't gonna put themselves in the mess. They've learned that, you know what? Instead of us going in there, they'll do what we tell them to do before they do with their own. But we're gonna go and put their own in there. You know, they really we really destroy, and they do. That's everywhere you go. That's why when you go to a job and you get a black man that's a manager, he gonna dog his people out. He ain't gonna dog the Europeans. He gonna dog his out. Same thing with black woman. She gonna dog her people out. She ain't gonna black people. She ain't gonna dog them out. And furthermore, let me back that up. Let me back that up and back that down. It ain't so much as they dog them out here. They got a slow something going on here. Very slow. And I'm going to go there and in their spirit. I'm going to go in their natural mind and in their spirit. Something that's not right. It's something that's not right. And I'm talking about the whole house of Israel, especially number 1, the tribe of Judah. Something's wrong up there, y'all. Something's gone. And it ain't something that y'all don't know about. It took place before the foundation of the world. See, we want to make it like about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We want to make it about David. I want to make it about the Most High Yah that was, is, and shall be. That was existing before anything was. That's who I want to make it about. And when you make it about that, then everything else falls in place. Because it lets you know where everything originated from. That had power to make it go this way, that way, that way, that way. And sum it up at the end of his will. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So as I see that there is a people, they got something here and in their spirit that attach each other. They don't have no good about each other or seeing one another go from A to Z to B to whatever. They don't want to do any of that because it's a lot of wicked and hate that's here in their fleshly mind and in their spiritual heart. You see, right now, it's no reason why those who are called by his holy name and have him embedded in him, because they don't understand the holy name got to be spiritual. So therefore, the name got to be in us. It can't be something we saying out of our ugly mouth to tell you the truth. But when they come to the knowledge of this stuff, Sister Deborah will be the first one they detach to. But no, they can't do that because we are different in the spirit realm. You see what I'm saying? We are different. That's why he said the narrow gate and the broad gate. So when you see many going in the broad gate, to them, they say that's the fruit of their spirit. But they don't understand. That's the fruit of your wickedness. Because if you spilling out spirit and truth, they're going to hate you like they hated the Son of Man. Even to the point of death. His own. You see? It got to match his walk. The words in which he spoke. The suffering in which he has suffered. And you best bet it wasn't no multitude. hanging with him, agreeing with him. They was doing the opposite. So if you think, because you got a number of subscribers for 20, 30, 40 years, use a fool. Use a fool and use a fool. So I, Sister Deborah, would say to you, see, I know when I was in school, people used to laugh at me. Every word I say, people thought was funny. I didn't think it was funny then. I don't think it's funny now. I'm just silly, okay? I'm just silly. I ain't got no sense. I put it like that. In the flesh. Oh, catch me on the other end. In spirit and truth. Then you got me. You ain't gonna have me then. You got me in the flesh being silly. But let me tell you something. When it come on that other end, you better watch yourself. So Sister Deborah said to you all, I appreciate everybody in the live chat. And I hope that you got something out of it. And I think that it's so important to go back in and see what Sister Deborah is talking about, what she's talking about. When Yeshua went onto the mountaintop, he did say, it is written. Who was on the mountaintop? That man should not tempt. No, it is written that thou should not tempt the Son of Man. Man don't live on bread alone. Wait, he talking about the flesh. You see? He's trying to get them to understand that we live on word that proceeds, which is spirit. So don't come and tempt my flesh. I live on Yah's spiritual word. So he had to, a lot of things Yeshua did. I ain't gonna say a lot. I say 3 things that he came walking alone in the flesh, and we miss it. Like we miss everything else. Like we missed everything else. And do a little search in that good. And you will see also when, wait a minute, he did say everything he said it was good, then came to here, he said it's not good that man shall be alone. But then everything else was good. But why didn't he allow man to be created first alone? See? It shows you we're a smear. And only one can bring you into the smear and let you see it is the Ruach HaKodesh. Let's give him glory and give him honor. He's the excellent teacher. He's the perfect teacher. Oh, he's the great teacher. And that's who we need to be seeking to rest therein. So I, Sister Deborah, say I appreciate everyone. I love you all for coming on today. And I'm glad we got this thing straightened out as far as you hearing me. And I hope when I go over it again, I hope I can see it. I had to delete a couple of videos that was kind of blurry and didn't have any sound. So I hope you got something out of that. And I, Sister Deborah, say shalom and shalom. Oh, let me look over here and see if someone said anything that they would like. All right, all right. You welcome, and be blessed, you all. I know that you are. Shalom and shalom.